Hey guys, this is Kraig Blonde. So, real quick, I just want to make a teeny tiny video to help some of you guys out. Talking to a bunch of you, I think a lot of you are really nervous to launch your first product. So I want to make this video to help alleviate some of those fears. I realize that you're putting up a fair amount of money, but just to put it in perspective, I'm getting ready to launch a product and I have just about as much reason to be terrified as anybody. Here's why. Just a little bit about me. Probably 2 years ago, I read a book called The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. I read that you could launch a business on Amazon and make some money. I didn't take into consideration how he had presented the information, which was to do testing to find demand before launching a product. I'm real big into fitness, and for the longest time I wanted to be a personal trainer. And so I got in my head that I was going to launch a product on Amazon and it was going to be a supplements business. So I went and filed my LLC. I got all my stuff together. I found a manufacturer to manufacture a product. I had written down a formula. I got them to manufacture the formula, FDA approval, so on and so forth. And I launched my product on Amazon. And this is going to come off kind of bad because in the end it did fail. But that's kind of where I'm going with this too. I want to illustrate that it's not that bad. So I had a product, it was called M3 Lean, terrific supplement, but guess what? I was trying to sell something that had absolutely no demand. Do you know why it didn't have any demand? Nobody knew about it. It had not been tried and tested. With what we're doing with Tanner's course, we're finding products that there's demand for, okay? Now, before I got shut down, and I'll go over that in a second, even with a product that did not have any demand at all, by running pay-per-click ads, advertising on Facebook, getting a couple of reviews from friends and family by giving them a free bottle, I was still able to make 2 or 3 sales a day at 75% profit margin. So I actually started to make a little bit of money. It wasn't moving real fast, but I was selling units consistently. That was with a product with no demand. None. Because it was a brand new product. Okay? You get where I'm going with this? We're stacking the cards in our favor with this, and I jumped out there with something that was completely unproven, just something that I had a passion for and I wanted to sell, and I was still making money at it. Okay? Now here's why I got shut down. The original formula that I'd come up with had something called IRRESPONSIBLE. You can look it up. 2 years ago, I don't know if it is now, but 2 years ago, it was completely legal in the US. There's absolutely no reason not to have it in your product. I think there was a little bit of concern about people taking it if they had a heart condition. Anyways, Amazon came out and said, no longer allowed. So I immediately went to the manufacturer. We had the product redone, took that out, and replaced it with something else. The reason I got shut down is because I was only getting 2, 3, 4 sales a day. I wanted to optimize. I wanted to sell 25 units at a time, right? 30, 300, 500. I wanted big return. So I started working on my description, my keywords and stuff, and I grabbed an older bottle of the original supplement and I typed in IRRESPONSIBLE in the freaking product description. Now, Another important note. That was a typo. My product that was in the warehouse had absolutely no acurygdala in it. I provided tons of documents proving that there was no acurygdala. I gave them the contact information of my manufacturer proving there was no acurygdala. The seller central support told me, yes, we understand there is no acurygdala, but because I had made that one typo, my account went to shit. I had to shut down the LLC and I was no longer able to sell that product on Amazon. And since that was my only avenue for selling them, I ended up just selling the remainder of units that I had, which I think I'd gotten down to somewhere around 50 to 100 units. I don't know. And so I made a little bit of money here and there selling them off. The point being in all of this, I jumped out there. I took a risk. I did technically fail, but I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm not damaged. Just to share another thing with you, I do trading. I've done options trading, I've done futures trading, I've done penny stock trading. I've lost over $10,000 in the market. I'm still here. Now, that was when I first started. I've started making money at this point. I've gotten very good at it. I'm writing an algorithm to trade futures. It looks like with a startup fund of $50,000, over the course of 2 months, it made somewhere around $12,000 all by itself out of magic. So, again, the point is, just because you fail doesn't mean that life is over. Don't get wrapped up in, oh, what if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't work? Take a little bit of risk. You'll live. What's the worst that could happen? You go into a little bit of debt. Maybe if you're, younger, you're 18, 19, you have to move back in with your parents for a couple of months until you recuperate the funds that you spent on trying this. Sure, that could happen. But also, again, we're stacking the deck so well in our favor with the way Tanner has showed us to look for products. Having failed at several different things, I'm not scared. I'm all in. Let's do this. This is an opportunity because I know that if I don't do it, I won't succeed. So that's just a quick bonus video. I had a couple of conversations with you guys and I wanted to share that. Try to help alleviate your worries and concerns. It's not going to be the end of the world. All right? So that's going to do it for me. As always, get out there and go do something great. I'll see you in the next video.